Yeah, I was supposed to be on here earlier. So I seen last night, I seen everybody was gonna try to talk about the sparring match and everything else. And I pretty much seen the fight already, so I had no thoughts about it. So basically, right now, what I can do is I can go out here and look at who's reacting to the clips. I'm gonna go ahead and break some down to y'all real quick. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out here and break down who's looking at these clips right now of the fight, of the sparring fight, right? I'm not gonna be on here long, so I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna go look at everybody who's reacting to these clips of the Tank Davis and Devin Haney sparring match. And what I will be doing is me personally, I'm gonna see what everyone's saying. And the reason why I'm saying it is because um I want to see who hasn't seen the footage yet. Like a lot of people have seen the fight, so I'm just wondering who's seen it, who didn't. Like because I know I've seen the fight before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of mixed feelings on things. Let me see what the fans saying. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's kind of just mixed things going on as far as in this fight. I don't know. I seen it already. And my thing and what I said still stands because I said nothing but facts in the situation. But this only further shows me things different from what other than Devin Haney and Tank. This kind of shows me a lot, man. Like the fact that this footage is even getting passed around like this, that's funny to me. That's funny to me. The fact that this even getting passed around. Like, just put out the whole fight then. That's my only thing about it, because I've seen the fight already. I've seen it already. So a lot of people asking questions and a lot of media people seen the fight already. So they just probably try to do the little go along with everything. It kind of helps, but one thing I know about this though, this whole little conversation about the sparring match, out of everything that goes on, this is one thing I know. And this isn't Tank didn't put the footage out or anything like that, so it's not like it's his fault or anything, but he just announced a fight. And you got everybody talking more about a sparring match you had than the fight you got coming up. Now let's just say you did beat the guy down. They not really focusing on this fight for real. Now this next sentence I want to say, I don't think I'm gonna say it though. I think I'm gonna say what I want to say, but because there's just too many layers to go over right now. But what did everybody actually learn from seeing that clip of Tank and Devin Haney? As far as, do people not want to see the fight now, or is it more intriguing? I don't understand. That's what I want to know. As far as who won or lost, okay, that's cool. But do y'all want to see the fight more, or is it now like, oh, so I don't want to see that? Because from what I'm seeing, we talking more of our sparring matches now. And I'm just being real, bro. We got all kind of fights coming up. People talking about dudes' resumes, and we still keep coming back to sparring matches. That's like the biggest thing that got announced in the last month. That's what's going on now. And then for Ryan to even put that sparring match out, it's just gonna make it worse for what he gonna get. It's not like he all he did was promote the fight even more, but at the same time, didn't really do nothing putting it out. Just made more conversation. But I've seen the fight already. And my thing is this right here, and I'm being real, because I think Tank got a lot of power. Man, I hope Tank ain't still hitting like punching like that. As far as being the power that he was doing, I think he advanced way more. That was like 10 years ago. But no, it wasn't no power being exploded as far as uh knocking guys down. I hear a lot of people saying buzz and everything, but that's what I don't understand. Like, Devin Haney did the same thing against Lomachenko when he was moving around, and it was looking like that. So when people are actually trying to break down how the sparring went, nobody's actually even breaking down what's going on. They're like, yeah, Tank was just throwing bombs. Like, okay. But what else? Like, what was going on? All we seen was a couple of clips. It wasn't really a lot of punches being thrown up top that was landing as far as to the chin or uppercut. I didn't see any head snapping back. Like, a lot of that stuff wasn't going on. And then my thing is, you got dudes all in the ring. Like, what's going on with that? But I examined the fight before. I've seen the fight. My only thing is, I would like to see the full fight again. I've seen the fight already. The fans who haven't seen it yet, they're absolutely new fans. So they're not gonna say that. But yeah, that fight went a different way than just the couple of clips I've seen. Because I watched that fight about 20 times before they took it down. And the power that I seen Tank throwing, that was it's pretty decent, but we've seen Rolly and Teofimo have a sparring match that look about the same way, but their fight will probably look different right about now. And I don't know, I wouldn't be the guy who would blame Tank for the footage coming out right now. He's obviously not focused on trying to put out footage of sparring. That's obviously behind Ryan Garcia, but at the same time, what is the fight more intriguing to see Tank fight against somebody else in sparring right now? Like that's my only thing. That's my only thing. It's like a whole bunch of big fights coming up. And then supposedly this kind of shows to me that we need to start announcing some bigger fights, man. It's at the time right now where, and it's becoming the thing again. I'm gonna just let everybody know I'm not a fan of the sparring stuff. I seen people do this last year with the Spence for the past 5 years with Earl Spence. I don't do the sparring stuff on this channel. I seen people do it with Earl Spence. And people had to sell their house last year. I'm not finna do it. No, sir. Not gonna happen. I've seen that go on way too much recently. Sparring? Bro, boxing has been so flat lately. It's like an old soda. These dudes talking about sparring now. Old fights that happen. Like the old days. Like guys that retired, like old high school players. You remember when the old days? Like, and these active boxers. Like this is, and then like people can't even break down the fight. Like, what did we actually learn? Like from now on, you know what I'm gonna start saying? When people make a big deal about the sparring match, I'm gonna say let's just not watch the fight between Tank and Devin Haney. Because not right now, Tank just announced his fight. And everybody talking about a sparring match more than his fight he just got announced. And then when last week when I had a problem about, hey, is this a big enough name for all this hollering people doing? Dudes on Twitter, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what's going on now. These sparring matches stuff overrated, man. I swear, American fans, bro, dudes be so flabbergasted over some sparring. I've been watching sparring for years. I've been watching these same sparring videos. I ain't never sat around here and be like, oh man. But in sparring, man, dudes don't even know the concept of some of these guys use sparring for different things. Obviously, they use it for different things, as we can see now. It's crazy, bro. What was yesterday? Thursday? That's wild. Boxing game, bro. I'm for real, man. As much as I don't even talk about Devin Haney this much on this channel, but it's like the news always come back to this guy. Like no matter what goes on, in the comment section, somebody says his name on this channel, and I'm like, but I see why now. It's like it's different things going on. But I know one thing though: sparring matches can't be the most important fights in boxing today. If that keep going on, boxing done, man. That's why I said Tank just announced his fight, and people ain't, and not that he put the footage out, but people ain't even thinking about that fight no more. They like, man, y'all see the sparring? Like, bro, that's what boxing at. I've been talking about this for 2 weeks. This what boxing at now. They talking about sparring matches on Twitter. They won't even get in the ring. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, Canelo making the younger crowd the most important crowd in boxing right now. Yeah, bro. Talking about exactly, man. Hey, both of y'all in here. What's up, G? What's going on? What's up, Marcos? What's going on, bro? I agree with you. You already know. What's up, Rocka? Yeah, this is definitely shout out to you. Yeah, man. These sparring matches. What's up with that, man? It's corny. You know how many guys bitter be up them spar? Yeah, man. He gonna have to be he gonna have to be. This the reason why right here. They talking about sparring matches. You know how many guys Canelo done spar? Yeah, man. Look, I seen the fight before. I seen the whole fight years ago. I seen the whole fight. The fight is super long. It's long. It's a very long fight. It's not the clips they put out. It's a long fight. Yeah, Canelo king of boxing right now though. This is the reason why. This is exactly the reason why. Basically, if you an advanced fight, they gonna call you a hater. You say that, Marco. They gonna say you a hater. They gonna say you're a hater. I had said the other day, how can I hold Canelo to a high standard? And you got Tank out here post. Well, Tank didn't post the footage, but at the same time, he keep bringing up that sparring match. Somebody care about that sparring match? That old sparring match. Your resume don't hold up to a 30-year-old Canelo. Get out of here. Oh yeah, I seen the whole thing. I seen the whole thing. Hey, I seen the whole thing. It was kind of like that Lomachenko fight. A little more power punches. It's kind of hard to tell though, man. There's a lot of dudes in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was about. Well, I wouldn't say cab drivers. Mayweather fought Canelo. Like I said, we can't say that. Mayweather fought Canelo. Mayweather fought Canelo. And look, Canelo doing the same thing that Mayweather did. Canelo choose his fighters. Everybody do that now. That's what I'm saying. That's why boxing dead, bro. You can't be the. That's what I'm saying, bro. We can't say he the face of boxing. Then say how bad it is. Boxing terrible right now. We can't even get a Bitter Beef and Bivol fight. We waiting on Bitter Beef and Bivol, and we got sparring sessions going getting pushed. Getting pushed. A sparring match that happened 10 years ago, bro. You know how many good sparring matches that happened between champions and stuff like that? You know how many guys Floyd that sparred before? Nobody's running around asking, "Hey, did Floyd spar Pacquiao? Let's see that." Like, bro, this what boxing becoming? Like, all right, man. Y'all spend that $99, $79 on the weekend if you want to. Zab Judah. I thought Zab Judah. I thought he was gonna lose that Zab Judah fight. That wasn't the back end, but he was old enough. Shoot, I think he was around the age Canelo is now. Canelo act like he 100 years old right now. Zab Judah. I didn't think he was gonna lose to Canelo. I didn't think that was a good fight. Just like I didn't think that Ryan Garcia and Tank fight was a good fight. But you know, people want it because you know the fans they ask for stuff like that. I didn't want that fight. It's gonna do 500K easy. It's gonna do 500K easy. Easy. It's gonna do 500K easy. I bet. The way from what I'm seeing right now, the way I'm seeing right now, Tank got an advantage right now. Look, let me tell you why. Tank smart. He put his fight out there already. He said Canelo ain't got a fight put out there yet. Let me put a fight out there. See, Tank got a fight already put out there. He can promote his fight. He promoting the fight right now. Canelo got no opponent. It's gonna be hard for him to keep up. Oh yeah, that was a bad fight. But hey, that's what people wanted though. That's what people wanted. They wanted Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. I knew that was gonna be a boring fight. Just like I knew that De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson was gonna be a boring fight. They loved that fight. They ate it up though. Oh, De Los Santos gonna get the knockout. Now none of them guys come back to my page now. Talking about De Los Santos gonna knock out Shakur Stevenson. Get out of here. Boring fight. Oh, they trying to see how people feel about it. They trying to see how people feel about it. That's why they keep announcing the news. Him and Canelo keep doing that. Him and Canelo doing the same stuff. That's why I'm telling everybody. Fans ain't seeing it. They just see it one side. They'll be like, hey, it's just Canelo doing the same thing. Benavidez, Munguia, Berlanga, Superman. No, Mexican fans don't want to see that Munguia versus Canelo. I'm telling you, they don't want to see that fight. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see that fight. I'm telling you. You can ask any Mexican. If you ask anybody from Mexico right now, they'll tell you they don't want to see Munguia versus Canelo. They do not want to see it. For some reason, they don't want to see it. They don't. They've been asking Canelo, "Are you gonna fight Benavidez?" He said maybe Munguia. They like, we don't want to see Munguia. They said it on TV. I don't think he want that fight. They don't want it. I don't think everybody gonna buy that fight. That Munguia fight. Because I don't even think they're gonna have to fight in Mexico. Man, to be honest with you, I don't know how much it's gonna do. Because right now, the promotion all over the place, man. I don't know. It's so much going on. We got like 7 weeks to go. I don't know. They might burn out on promotion. It depends on how the promotion to go. If they have some good promotion the next couple of weeks, they probably can. Ryan putting that tape out kind of. I'm not gonna lie. Ryan putting that tape out gonna make the fight a little bigger. It's gonna make him a lot more money. I will say that. Ryan putting out that tape is gonna help him as far as business. Because he's the one who put the tape out. So I think Ryan putting the tape out be better. But I'm gonna say this though. A lot of people don't say this though, but last 2 years, Ryan done had bigger fights than Canelo. As far as numbers and everything. And we're just talking about pay-per-view numbers. Ryan Garcia's had bigger fights. He might have a bigger fight than Canelo this year. People don't realize that. Canelo better have I don't think Munguia gonna be a big enough fight for him. He can try it, but I think Triple G, I don't even know how much Triple G did. I don't even know if Triple G did 500K last fight. Yeah, Benavidez will go. He'll go anywhere for a Canelo fight. They'll let him go for a Canelo fight. If they putting the money up. If the zone putting the money up, yeah, they can go ahead and do it. They're not gonna make the fight though. I think it's just talk. I think it's just talk. At this point right now. But Canelo does know, like I know. I get if Benavidez gets the Bivol, it's a wrap. That's what boxing becoming right now. If a guy like Benavidez beats Bivol, Canelo's done. He can go fight Munguia, Berlanga, Terrence Crawford. If Benavidez goes to beat Bivol, nobody's gonna want to buy a pay-per-view of Canelo after that. That's what people don't realize. So, as a fan, will anybody go watch Benavidez destroy Bivol? Then you gonna go still watch Canelo? You gonna look at Canelo the same after that? I'm just asking. Because that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? People don't even realize that like Benavidez sparred with Bivol like a long time ago. I was saying that 2 years ago. I was saying last year he was gonna fight Bivol. And people said, nah, Canelo's gonna rematch Bivol. Canelo will never rematch Bivol. Ever. Whatever reason he got, that's his reason, but he'll never rematch him. Never. And it might just be the same situation for Tank. I don't know. It might be just a bad style matchup. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, Eastside Cruz was. I mean, let's see. I don't know. I know Shakur Stevenson was talking about De Los Santos running back. Hey, let's see. Some of these guys, they just look bad when they're in the ring with certain guys. That's why I'm saying, like, with Devin Haney in the ring with Tank, what kind of fight is that fighting more interesting now? Or are we just, because a lot of these fights now, they're just dying out, really. Right now, it's looking like Bud still focusing on 154 if he can't get Canelo. I guess Canelo gonna use Terrence Crawford. You know, Terrence Crawford is really the only big name, really, as far as a guy who sold like a decent amount of pay-per-view. So Canelo's gonna keep him around just because of that. We don't know how well Munguia can sell pay-per-views yet. I don't think he ever sold a pay-per-view yet. So I don't know how much people are willing to spend to see Munguia. A lot of Mexican fans want to see Benavidez, but they want to see Bud Crawford too. So that's an option. I think Bud an option for anybody though. He's still interested in the Tim Tszyu fight. So I think a lot of guys now they're looking at Tim Tszyu as a legacy fight, as a last name, and his dad's a Hall of Famer, all that kind of stuff. So they kind of looking at that now as a money fight that could possibly happen, especially if Tim Tszyu beats Keith Thurman. So I'm hearing that if Tim Tszyu beat Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford could possibly fight him or Canelo. And Tim Tszyu, he's a guy that'll fight in two months. He'll fight 2 months after he just fought. 2 months, 3 months, doesn't matter. He'll get right back in the ring. He fought like 3 times last year before September, October. So that's what he does. You got to figure out. They don't want to get in the ring right now. Canelo tried to get him in the ring. You know, Canelo tried to get both of them in the ring last year. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people saying that as far as Munguia, PBC said Munguia should take $35 million. I mean, Canelo should take $35 million to fight Munguia, but I mean, Canelo already had a plan. He fought Charlo for the same amount of money. Whatever amount of money he got last year. It's not like he wanted more money than he got for Charlo. So I guess they got another plan. But from what I heard, though, like I said, I put that video out yesterday. I heard yesterday that Jamel Charlo, the one who fought Canelo last year, I heard that Berlanga talked to him, called him. Berlanga called him for some contact him for a fight, so him and Berlanga could possibly fight. Jamel Charlo said last year he only want big fights, and he don't consider Tim Tszyu a big fight, so he possibly want to stay at 168, 160 because he don't want to lose weight like he been doing. So I did put that out yesterday. They met with Charlo, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? They talked to him, but Berlanga been calling him out. That's the only guy he been calling out, so it makes sense. Yeah, that's why he leaving. I told everybody that. Canelo trying to fight 3 times this year, and he wants Saudi money. That's what he want. Eddie Hearn has the bag right now in Saudi. You know what I'm saying? As far as he opening the doors right now. That's why Tank said, "Hey, let me call Eddie right now." That's why Tank said that. Tank see what Devin Haney doing. Devin Haney was the first one over there at the zone that was a young guy, like a young American guy. Eddie Hearn was testing himself as far as with Andrade and Danny Jacobs when he first signed Canelo and all those guys. But yeah, the zone got the Saudi money. It's a lot of guys. If you go look at Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, Canelo is in the crowd at Saudi Arabia already. He's already been over there. He already got a plan put together. Destroy PVC, then go over to Saudi Arabia. He's already been over Saudi Arabia. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago? Canelo's been over to Saudi Arabia. Go look at that fight. I wouldn't say he leaving PVC soon, but he gonna look at his pockets. He gonna see where the big bag at. He definitely gonna try to get the bag. Tank's smarter than a lot of people think. Tank's a very smart person. He's very smart. I will give him that credit. Because he left Floyd Mayweather a few times, but he came back because he's smart. He knows. He could, but he'll probably be like 33 by then. Probably 30, 32. He probably could. He probably doing like, wait, how old is he now? 26? He probably doing it 4 years. So I can see him doing it, what, 3 or 4 years? Yeah, I see him going up there. Yeah, I can definitely see him doing it. He can fight 175 right now. He could have been fighting 175. It's just that when you can make 168, make 168. He was already a bigger guy growing up, a fatter guy, so that's why when you can make 168, do it. But I definitely think he can make cruiserweight. It's just that he Benavidez, he chasing more names than he is just like, it ain't high competition at cruiserweight as far as like right now. You got John Pataya and Zordo Ramirez just went up there. You know, he was trying to fight Zordo. He would have fought Zordo. But Zordo just went to cruiserweight. So it's a lot of new cruiserweights. I can see him going up there though. I see why you asked that though, Shrek. I see why you asked that. It is a lot of cruiserweights up there. I know Benavidez said he's not going to cruiserweight though. I think he said he'll never go to cruiserweight. Yeah, I think they will fight. Hey, that's a fight that have 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Yep, you can stamp that. That is facts. Facts, true. That's true. That's true. Zordo looked good in his last fight too. He like a real boxer. I told you, Golden Boy, them guys be losing too much weight over there, man. I don't know what be going on. But he looked good in his last fight though. I think he had Wilder trainer training him. He did an excellent job in his last fight against Joe Smith. He did. He boxed him basically like how Bivol did, but I feel like he just lost too much weight when he fought Bivol. That'd be a good fight though. That was a fight that Benavidez was talking about, what, 2 years ago. He was talking about that fight and Berlanga. Yeah, he was talking about Berlanga and that fight. He didn't think about Munguia around that time. Munguia was a smaller guy. But I can see Tank doing his own thing, but it all depends though. But like I said in that other fight though, Marcos, you know, Tank a loyal guy, man. He learned to be loyal over the years. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's still over there. People think he be doing, but he a loyal guy. He doing good business. He doing the right thing. He doing the right. We see what Ryan Garcia be doing. He be doing his own thing. You know, Tank be doing some wild stuff, but he definitely be He definitely starting to listen to Floyd now. Stay in the ring. He a lot skinnier. The only problem I used to have with Tank is he used to be fat all the time when he wasn't fighting. I didn't like that. Ever since he started getting in shape, I left him alone because I said that was the only thing I cared about. So he a lot skinnier now. He's not overweight when he's not fighting. That's the only thing I used to care about. The only thing. But that footage we seen, I'm telling you, that footage, for some reason, I think that footage gonna backfire with Ryan Garcia putting that out though. I think it's gonna backfire. I mean, it was a good fight. Y'all seen it. It was entertaining. It was a very good fight. Even though he had little clips, I seen the fight before. But one thing I do know, we can't have sparring matches being better fights than the ones we paying $79 for. That sparring match could possibly, even though you seen like two minutes of it, it could possibly be better than what we see Tank fight in June. That sparring match he had with Devin Haney was better than that Ryan Garcia fight. I'm telling you, these dudes better stop putting sparring matches out, man. It's gonna backfire. Canelo sparred everybody. He don't do that. Him, Lomachenko, all these guys are sparred people. Benavidez has sparred everybody. All the fights we're trying to see now is Benavidez sparring guys he sparred. Only person he hasn't sparred is Canelo because he know better. I'm just saying, I just gotta keep it real, man. Canelo, he know better, man. That's why I'm trying to say things about Tank, but it's like, man, Canelo doing the same thing. I look crazy on here. Just trying to explain certain stuff. It's like they both trying to call Eddie. They both looking for Saudi money. They both fighting the guy that everybody wasn't asking for. You know, some people was asking for these guys they fighting, but not everybody. The majority. Boxing kind of falling down right now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I mean, it's back to where it used to be a little bit because Jake Paul ain't what he was. But we got to remember though, Jake Paul was just walking around, man, during the Canelo era. We can't have stuff like that going on anymore. Not as far as Jake Paul boxing. I'm just talking about as far as he's big in Canelo's era. Like, that's what people don't realize. When history goes on, it's gonna be like, yeah, Jake Paul was big during the Canelo era. If I was a boxer, bro, I wouldn't let that go on. Especially I'm the face. I gotta have a big fight, man. I got to. I gotta fight Mike Tyson, somebody. I can't have Jake Paul walking around. We fighting on the same network. He doing bigger numbers. Is he doing bigger numbers than Canelo? Like, that's what people aren't even realizing. Like, that's the conversation I'm not even hearing. I never heard anybody ask that question. Wow. And I don't understand that. I've never heard anybody. He's doing what, 500,000 views in this era? That's a lot, man. It's too much. And it's the reason why, man. We got too many guys doing sparring videos. That's why all the guys I like watching, man, they don't put out sparring videos. Like, they get in the ring. You see Benavidez, he trying to fight everybody. We ain't gotta wait on him to put a sparring video. If Benavidez put a sparring video out and it's not Canelo, nobody would care because he's trying to get in the ring with everybody. That's what boxing needs to be at. Just like if somebody seen a Devin Haney and Lomachenko sparring video right now, we wouldn't care. We seen the fight already. Yeah, Sandor Martin was boxing like a man. Sandor Martin boxed so good in that fight. A lot of people like what Teofimo did in that last fight for some reason. Can you believe that? You probably wouldn't believe that, would you? They like what they seen in that last fight. I seen that today, and it wasn't just one person; it was majority. They don't think he struggled against Ortiz. They don't think he struggled against Ortiz. That's what's crazy about it. I seen that today. I said, y'all don't think he's struggling against Ortiz? And Ortiz is a monster. They do not think he's struggling against Ortiz. That's wild to me. I never seen that. But Sandor Martin, hey, but I wonder if Sandor Martin's gonna fight Devin Haney. Because Top Rank just signed Sandor Martin, so they trying to get that fight. Just in case Haney dropped the belts or whatever. Something happened, but I think he a mandatory. That'll be complicated though. Hey, would you like to see a Sandor Martin rematch? You think Teofimo will lead the division if Sandor Martin get that 140 belt? He on Top Rank now. Man, that'll be a good rematch. I would watch that. I would watch that fight, and I would watch the Kambosos fight, a rematch. Yeah, those are real rivalries. I would watch that. Teofimo struggled against those guys, man, especially with Martin changing those angles. He was dipping, changing angles, boom. But I noticed though, after Teofimo got knocked down, he didn't want to throw a jab in again. He was just walking with that style, and that's kind of the style that Tank fights with now. But Teofimo can't fight with that style. Yeah, especially and he lost to him before. If you lost to the guy before, you got to come with a different strategy. That was smart. I didn't feel like he ran that much. It was a little excessive, but I've seen it get bad. Like Rick Diao, that was bad. It wasn't like that, but he was standing in the pocket long enough. Like he was exchanging. If you play it in slow mo, he was in the pocket for a long time when they was exchanging. Teofimo just wasn't exchanging. He'll just let him get away. He definitely could have clocked him. He ain't let his right hand go that much either. But in my opinion, though, he still had entertaining fights, though. He's one of those guys like Tank. They're going to jump in the ring, fight a guy. It's going to be an action-packed fight. Most of the fights Teofimo had, they've been action-packed. That's what I think that Frank Martin fight going to be. That's why that sparring match with Devin Haney looked so crazy, because everything Tank is in is just, it's extreme. It's to the max. Like, the action is different from what everybody else is doing. That's what Teofimo had. That's why that Ortiz fight still talked about. Even though there's a lot of bad boxing going on, as far as on Teofimo end, I feel like he was a little rusty, man. He need to fight a little bit more. Like when he was fighting a little bit more, he was in the ring a lot. I feel like he was doing a lot more. Now that he's building up fights a lot, it's kind of taken away from his performance. Because now I'm seeing him, he's jabbing a lot less now, and he's not even jabbing his last fight. He was just trying to throw one punch knockout. Or just going punch for punch. I ain't understand that. That kind of threw me off. They got a lot of fights coming on this weekend, though. I think they got a Top Rank card. No, I know they got a Top Rank card. They got Amanda Serrano and Jake Paul coming on. I think they have bare knuckle boxing too. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm just, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what the summer's gonna be for boxing. Right now, I don't even know who Teofimo's next opponent might be. That's one thing I don't know. I would like to know who the next opponent might be. They said Tank might fight on June 15th. That's gonna be a long time. So Tank fighting June 15th. I guess he gonna fight twice in 2024. Oh, I think a left hook. A left hook. I think it's definitely with a left hook. If Devin Haney like reaching too much with that, cause you know Loma was throwing that straight left. Loma was landing, with that jab. He was throwing a power jab. Loma was landing with the left, so I feel like Ryan can land with a left hook. I feel like he's gonna try to go for it too. He don't usually try to go for knockouts like against high level guys like this, but he'll try to go for it. He set it up good last time in the last fight, to be honest with you. I definitely feel like he can. But will he? Man, I don't know, man. He looking crazy right now. Not even as far as all the other stuff he doing. I'm just talking about overall. I don't know what Ryan trying to bring to the table right now. But he gotta get his offense together. His weight's all over the place too, man. He was a little big in a photo I seen. If he gonna be walking around like that, he might go to 147 soon, to be honest with you. He still hasn't fought at 140. He fought at what, 143, 142 his last fight. He gonna have a struggle. That's why it's hard to do that rehydration with Tank Davis if you're a bigger guy. You might not be able to make weight at 140 up, barely 147. So Ryan, he gotta try to make these fights fast. These guys gaining weight. Him and Devin Haney might not be in the same weight class next year. That's why I'm saying, like, with these fights with Tank, these guys might not even be in the same weight class in 2 years. So they can wait around and try to fight, put these sparring matches out, but these gonna be the best fights we're gonna see. Because right now, the best fight we've seen in 2024 so far is a 2-minute clip from Devin Haney and Tank in sparring match. And Ryan Garcia promoted it. Man, Cruz tried to make the fight happen, but they gave the fight to Dennis Baranchik instead of Isaac Cruz, and they moved Cruz out the way. They said he took too long, and they gave it to Navarrete. Yeah, man, Cruz tried to make the fight. He said he could still go back to 135. He just went to 140 because that was an opportunity for a belt, but he wanted to fight Navarrete, but they ain't want to make it happen. So I don't know, man. They don't want to make these big fights. That's why I said these mandatories be weak. Make a real mandatory. They don't never put a mandatory together that's a mega fight. Put together Navarrete and Isaac Cruz, see what happens. I think they'll still have a chance to fight, though. I definitely think that's a good fight, though. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. 135 is deep, though, man. It's already a lot of guys trying to fight Navarrete now. He's not even at 135 yet. You got Shakur and these other guys calling him out. I haven't heard Tank call him out, but I've heard everybody else say it. Nobody's focused on Lomachenko, though. You see that, right? Lomachenko still not an easy fight. I don't think too many people want to fight Isaac Cruz either, even though he's a smaller guy. We're going to see how this fight go with Rolly, and then we'll see what happens after that. But, man, that sparring footage is – it kind of shows me a lot of things about the boxing world, though. It kind of caught me off guard recently. If Foster doesn't fight, I'm rotating next. Him versus. Yeah, he called him out. He called him out recently. You seen that when he called him out? He said he a fighter. Nah, Navarrete, he ain't gonna stay at 130. He must be getting too big for 130. They trying to move him up fast. They was already announcing when they was gonna move him up. I think he might be getting too fast for 130. Hey, you think they would do a Castasiao and Foster? Even though Castasiao just lost to Navarrete? You think they would make a fight like that? Yeah, that would be crazy. I got to go back and watch that Foster fight over again, man. Even though I was reacting to it, I was watching two fights at the same time. I already knew what happened, but still need to watch it over a little bit. I think everybody was surprised by what Nova did in that fight. Yeah, man. I mean, Oscar Valdez right now. Let me see, man. Cause I don't know. He might have just one fight left in him. It will be a good fight though. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. I could see that being a fight, but I don't know if that's the direction Laura gonna go in. We got to see what happened with Valdez. I think. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. We got to see what happened with Valdez in that Liam Wilson fight. I already forgot who he was gonna fight. If he fighting that Liam Wilson fight and does a good job, that would be a good fight though. Him against Laura. That will be a good matchup. I'm trying to see Oscar Valdez bounce back. He fighting what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? He the last fight in March. I think it's the 29th. I'm trying to see Oscar Valdez bounce back, man. Oh yeah. What? Man, Marquez, animal. Marquez is an animal, man. I was trying to think of somebody else who does that. Um, I forgot the box I was thinking about that does that too. There's a couple of guys that do that though. Yeah, he's definitely an animal. Yeah, Marquez is one of my favorite ones. He's one of my favorite ones. But but Tyson Fury recovery, crazy. I was looking at that Ngannou fight the other day. I was like, can't believe this dude just gets up. You can tell he's been knocked down before. He just gets up and it just doesn't affect him. Marquez like that too. I was watching that Pacquiao fight with Marquez. Marquez was going to work, man. He was going to work. He was a different guy after he got in the ring with Floyd. Yeah, he got Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao had to hurry up and make that fight. They saying Tank gonna fight on June 15th. June 15th. That's a long time, man. They trying to have us wait on fights forever. June 15th. That's crazy. Oh, it said that's gonna be him. My bad. Man, I don't know. Oh, what's going on, bro? You don't know I know my Portuguese too. Mano, what's going on? Yeah, that's my dog Lucas right here. Yeah, Mano, what's going on? Yeah, you didn't even know that, did you? Yeah, brushing up on my Portuguese. I'm kind of rusty right now, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but I just want to explain this idea real quick as far as the tank video before I let this get away though. I'm gonna explain why this is a big deal. Tank Davis right now, he's kind of dictating what goes on in boxing right now. And right now, and I'm not being funny, with Canelo right behind him, you know, he's not the only one. But him and Canelo, they dictating right now how boxing is gonna be ran. And right now it's more important, like, you know, other sports, they like the outside the ring, outside the court, off the field, off the court stuff, the draft and all the other stuff. Now the draft and everything in boxing is becoming bigger than the fight. Sparring matches, we got we got Joshua versus Ngannou next week, and everybody talking about a sparring match. I don't know, man. It kind of set us back a couple of years. I know Lucas understand, bro. He definitely a real one though. All the way from Brazil. But what I want to see is after the next couple of months. I said this last year. The next couple of months gonna find out who's a bigger star in boxing right now. It's a couple of guys. Y'all might not believe this, but Ryan Garcia had a bigger fight according to the numbers. Ryan Garcia had a bigger fight than Canelo last year, and he's on pace to have a bigger fight this year. Then Ryan Garcia just said recently, Ryan Garcia needs to fight Benavidez to keep boxing going. He said boxing has to keep going. Benavidez has to fight him. Shout out to my dog. He says Benavidez has to fight him to keep things going. That's kind of crazy. Lucas, you speak English and Portuguese? Or you just speak Portuguese? You speak English too? Yeah, but hey, to keep these things going, they're gonna have to put some bigger fights together. I feel like for the next 4 months, we're gonna be talking about sparring matches. Right now, we're supposed to be finding out who Canelo gonna fight. And I have a question too, to be honest. Can y'all remember in boxing? Oh, okay. Bet. I understand. Bet. I can't remember in boxing where we focused on a 25-year-old like the most in boxing. I don't think when Floyd Mayweather or Pacquiao was 25, or I don't think he was the topic of conversation in boxing. People don't understand this. It's starting to get out of hand. It's starting to get out of hand. I don't know if people realize this. It's certain boxers in boxing now. They're starting to talk about every day. And it's not Canelo. I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez. And everybody want to see Tank fight Devin in a sparring match. And they're trying to find out who won. I can't even hate on Tank, man. He got everybody in the headlock right now. It's crazy. Tank has the boxing game in a headlock. We think what Canelo is doing is bad, bro. I'm telling you. Tank has it in a headlock. I didn't never think I'll be focusing on sparring matches. I never thought I'd be focusing on sparring matches. That's what kind of throwing me off right now. Yeah, that's what's kind of throwing me off, man. I'm like, when I seen it last night, I was like, man, I do not want to talk about no sparring matches right now. Oh yeah. I got Instagram. Oh yeah, I got Instagram. Oh yeah, I seen that fight. Helena's got destroyed. I seen that fight recently. Straight. I seen that fight. I seen that fight recently. I watched that fight. I watched that fight like a couple of months ago. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that a couple of months ago. Yeah, that was a robbery. That was definitely a robbery. I can't even find my Instagram, man. Yeah, that was a robbery, man. I seen that fight. I'm trying to show my Instagram. Hey. Yeah, that was a robbery though. I don't know. A lot of people they don't really care about those robberies like that though. We'll care, but they don't care about that stuff. It's only certain fights they'll care about. Like with the Loma and Haney stuff, yeah, they'll care about that robbery, but they'll say, yeah, that's a robbery, but anything else, they're not gonna say it's a robbery. Oh yeah, he said Instagram. I'll put that right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, but any kind of robbery, man. But Chisora, he did a good job against Usyk. They didn't give him credit for that fight. They said Usyk looked bad. Yeah, Derevyanchenko, my favorite, one of my favorite fighters. I don't never pick against Derevyanchenko. I feel like he good. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of his fights be close, man. You can say he got robbed in a couple of fights. Him and Lomachenko so active in fights, it happened like that. Him and Lomachenko go to work. Lomachenko has a little way to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has a ways to go. It's definitely gonna take some work for him. Yeah, I think he pulled that off, bro. I think he pulled it off. I only seen it one time, but I think he pulled it off. I didn't see Triple G really, cause you seen how the Munguia fight was, right? It wasn't like that. Like Derevyanchenko, he was aggressive like he was in the Munguia fight. But I wouldn't say Triple G was just dominating like how Munguia was almost what how like Munguia was in that fight. So it was two different fights. That's what makes me even think more that he won that fight. If you look at how his fight against Triple G turned out, and you look at how Munguia fight turned out, like he was doing more in that Triple G fight. If you really look at it, he wasn't really beat up or. And Munguia fight, he was getting buzzed a lot, even though he was catching Munguia a lot in the beginning. He was catching him a lot. That's what people don't realize. That Tank and Haney sparring match, it looked like that Munguia and Derevyanchenko fight. It was just as good as that fight. But Derevyanchenko, he's a beast though. I heard he trying to run a rematch back with Munguia. Well, Munguia, his people called Derevyanchenko. That's what happened. They called Derevyanchenko back. So from what I seen, they contacted him. They want to run it back. A lot of these guys doing rematches now. I ain't think that Munguia was really doing rematches. Yeah. Yeah, true. Definitely true. I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that one. I can't disagree with that one. Hey, who you think gonna fight this weekend? You gonna watch the fight this weekend? I definitely can't disagree with that. Laura, you know Laura got that fight coming up. I forgot who Laura's fighting. I can't believe I forgot already. Laura's last 2 fights, you know, he looked a little older now. He don't look like the same Laura. But he's still in good shape though. He's not out of shape or nothing like that. Laura's still a problem, but he's just not moving like he was before. I think that's the only problem. He's just not moving as much. But Laura's still a beast though. Definitely. He's not an easy fight. A lot of people say Canelo lost to Lara. You know what I'm saying? He could have ran that rematch back. Yeah, that would have. Gamboa was a problem. Gamboa lasted a long time against Tank. I thought when Gamboa got hurt in the 3rd round, what was it, 2nd, 3rd round? I thought he was done. I thought Gamboa was done. I can't believe he lasted all the way to the end of the fight. With a torn Achilles? That was crazy. Yeah, Gamboa's a problem. It's not a lot of fighters like Gamboa now though. A lot of guys like Gamboa that was like Gamboa. They only fight like what, 1 or 2 times a year. That's not a lot. I think yeah, that would have been a good fight. I would like to see Canelo versus I don't know, it could have been different guys. Early on, I would have not liked to see like a trilogy. Canelo and Pacquiao could have did a trilogy. That would have been nice. I would have watched that. When Canelo was at 47, that would have been a good style matchup. Fighting Pacquiao. I don't know why people never thought of that though. That sounds like a great idea. I don't know. I thought that would be a great idea to me. I thought he did a great job against Pacquiao. I would have liked to see Tank in the ring with Pacquiao. See, some of these fights we won't be asking about. We haven't seen Canelo in the ring with Pacquiao. Tank. I can't really focus on this old sparring match I seen 10 years ago. Canelo and Pacquiao haven't fought Tank. That would have been, well, not Canelo, but Pacquiao and Tank haven't fought Canelo. Well, not, you know what I mean. I'm trying to get names around, but that would have been a good fight, man. But people don't want to put these kind of fights together though. Lomachenko out there. I'm telling y'all, man. A lot of this hype around Frank Martin and Tank Davis is starting to die down quick, bro. I can't even get the fight matchups correctly anymore because it's all over the place. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Hey, certain guys at 54, he wasn't messing with. Certain guys at 54, he was not messing with. He should have got Canelo early. Yeah, he wasn't messing with certain guys at 54. I definitely remember that. I remember when him and Floyd was going up to 54. I said, what are they doing? I said, they going up a little high now. Then I realized they were just doing it for certain fights. So I said, okay, that makes sense. I said, they just doing it for certain fights, so that makes sense. They ain't doing it for every fight. That's crazy. But yeah, that's crazy though, man. It's a lot of noise behind that. That's what's surprising to me. But Pacquiao, yeah, he wasn't messing with everybody at 54. You know, certain short guys, they don't like, Pacquiao can't fight a tall guy. Probably the tallest he'll get is like Keith Thurman, something like that. Keith Thurman's a short guy too. What you feeling doing this Friday? You gonna be on here later on? Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? You think Margarito would have fought dirty with Canelo? Margarito, Canelo. Hey, Canelo would have beat him down. No, I ain't gonna lie. Canelo would have beat him down. Canelo would gave him issues. Canelo would have gave him all kinds of issues. Definitely gonna be a problem. Canelo would have, man, Margarito, he wouldn't have had a chance against Canelo. In my eyes, he wouldn't have been strong enough. Canelo was still a strong guy back then. Even though he was younger, he's always still been a strong guy. He hasn't been someone you could just kind of push out the way. Yeah, he's definitely not somebody you can just push out the way and kind of have your way with. I need to watch a old fight. Hey, you got another old fight I can watch? I seen that Chisora and that Helenas. I might watch that Triple G again. You talking about that Derevyanchenko and Triple G? I haven't seen that fight twice. I only seen it once. Oh yeah, Margarito and McDonough, that would have been good. Margarito and McDonough would have been good. That would have been fire. Hey Shrek, I gotta run somewhere real quick though, bro. You gonna be on here later on? I'm finna run up out of here. I know it's Friday. I know you probably got something to do. You gonna be on here later on? Bet. Hey, I'm gonna come back on here later on then chop it up with you. I gotta go run and get a card real quick. I'm gonna chop it up with you later on here. I'm gonna have the same topic. I'm gonna have the same topic because I ain't really run over nothing. But I'm gonna chop it up with you later on though. I ain't really doing nothing. Yeah, I'll definitely chop it up with you. Bet. All right, bet, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to you, bro. I'm gonna see you later on. Hey, yeah, this is a great conversation. I'm trying to find out what fight I can get. But like and subscribe to everybody. Shout out to my boy Shrek. Definitely in the building. But I'll be back on here later on. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.